I'm Debbie Dabbs. I am a physical therapist. I'm the owner of Pro Therapy Concepts here in Eden, North Carolina. I'm a former physical education teacher that turned physical therapist. I'm 20 years in my practice. I love exercise. I think movement is medicine. I have a master's degree in education, taught at the college level, and I have my doctorate in physical therapy.
I'm John Dabbs. I'm a chiropractor. I've been in practice for 30 years. I was a former football player who got injured, and that's what got me into chiropractic. I've owned this building or owned this practice for 20 years now. We also co-own a company called NC Reps, which is a performance training center, as well as one-on-one training and tumbling and nutrition. And so this is kind of how we found CNU Stretch.
I'm a former gymnast. I was a gymnast since I was 9 years old, competed in college, had an injury. Flexibility has always been part of my life. Flexibility has always been hard for me personally. And now that I'm a physical therapist, I see the tight muscles in all my patients. No one likes to stretch. No one knows how to stretch. They definitely enjoy it a lot more if it's being done to them versus them doing it on their own. So I love the aspect of being able to help someone to increase their range of motion and keep up with their functional mobility.
So bringing in CNU Stretch was an opportunity that we've been talking about for a long time, and we just couldn't find the right product to bring in. All of our patients need stretching, and we're sending them out a prescription every single visit. Hey, do this exercise, do this exercise, do this exercise. Very few do that, and they don't follow through with that, and we see those limitations, and it changes their lifestyle, and they lose mobility, and they lose independence. And we wanted something that we could bring in that was not threatening to them. And we had looked at some other products that were out on the market, and it just wasn't as medical as we wanted it to be. It was a little bit more canned. And when we met CNU Stretch, you guys kind of talked us through the whole professionalism of the product, and it's a great fit for what we do.
I enjoyed the practice, just being able to get hands on each other during the weekend, and for everyone to learn like play by play, hand placement, body position, what muscle are we stretching, what's the benefit of it, and how's the functional return on the stretch. So just going one after another and just playing add-on throughout the weekend so that we could learn the entire routine.
I think developing the system was huge for us. It was great as a team builder also. We were able to get some folks who were a little bit, they felt a little more threatened initially. And as they got into the mix, they all kind of came unraveled, and we started seeing their personalities come out, and they started feeling more comfortable and more confident in talking to patients and being able to put their hands on people. The opportunity to stretch a lot of different body types were there, and it was good for us. For me, I had the opportunity to stretch my father-in-law. My father-in-law has a lot of health issues when it comes to, he's had 5 back surgeries. He's got rods and screws in his back. He walks very antalgic, just a lot of weakness in there. And for him to come in and trust us enough to be able to stretch him and not feel threatened that he was going to hurt worse. When he got off the table, he could not believe how much better he felt. He was standing taller. He walked with a little bit of authority, and he wants to go ahead and schedule for tomorrow.
Oh, my most memorable moment of the weekend was just sitting back and watching everything come together, and just such a proud like mom moment for all the staff, and to see people where they started and where we finished by the end of the weekend. Like everyone was feeling so much more confident. People that really don't have as much of experience were able to provide the stretch and do it very, very well. And patients were appreciative and they loved it. And it was great to see everybody like loving on patients.
I think for me, bringing stretch in is just another adjunct on being able to love on our community. We, as a physical therapist and a chiropractor, we have the opportunity to touch a lot of folks. This is a better or another service line that we can provide that's non-threatening, that is a little more passive in the beginning for these folks to develop a little bit of opportunity for them to get their bodies moving again, discover some weaknesses or some things that they have overlooked and not identified for themselves, and just be able to continue to develop that independence. I think from a business standpoint, it gives us an opportunity to have another cash flow system coming in that doesn't feel like we're just trying to sell somebody something. We're trying to offer the community something that's going to help them, and in turn, we get reimbursed for that.
So bringing CNU into our facility, I think is going to be great to bridge the gap between our physical therapy and our NC reps, our personal training, or chiropractic and personal training. And so it expands our training services. Not only do people need to become strong, but they also need to be flexible. So it's like dual services that, again, when insurance kicks them out, then they still have a place to go and for recovery and for continued training. For us, that's going to salvage the patients, salvage the clients, keep them in-house, hopefully have them continue under our umbrella of care for the rest of their lives.
For us, it's kind of interesting. After the first night of meeting with you guys and talking about the business, we knew kind of what we were getting with Stretch. We were grateful for the opportunity to talk about the business side of it, because that's somewhere that we've felt like we were swimming uphill a lot of times. Evans was really good about smacking us on the wrist and saying, hey, we can do things differently and we can do things better and make it more efficient. Having somebody who's kind of gone through the whole process already has just been fundamental for us. It's forced us to think outside the box a little bit. It's forced us to look inside of us quite a bit. And it's been neat for the staff to kind of see that evolution also. And I think as they left, the staff left for the weekend, there was a different air about how we run our business.
So if you're on the fence about picking CNU Stretch to come into your clinic or your facility, definitely do it, because one, the team building that we got here this weekend, the experience was amazing, and we'll continue to have that camaraderie between all of our staff. It's not just the physical therapist or the chiropractor or the trainers. Like, we have this common bit of knowledge that we can all talk about, and we can like go to lunch together and say, how's your row going? How's this going? And really talk about the stretches. So one, great team building. Patients loved it, clients loved it, and definitely do it.
From my standpoint, it's, again, piggybacking off of what Debbie said, great team builder. We've already talked about how do we incorporate this weekly for our staff as a training, but also as a team builder, just to get everybody's skills up to par of where they need to be. Evans and his team came in, started at ground zero, and just kind of worked us all the way through the whole process. Not just on how to stretch, but also how to run a business with it, how to be efficient with our motion or our movement patterns, to where it's less beat up on us, but also develop a lot of confidence with our team.
I would just say that Evans, the whole generosity of his knowledge base, not the whole CNU is business in a box, and it comes with a lot of tools. But he's there for support and to give you all the guidance that you need if you're not completely understanding it, but it flows over into all aspects of your business as well. So he was just a great resource and will hopefully continue to be a great resource. So I know he's like big brother. I can reach out and he'll keep us on track.
Definitely what Debbie just said. It's been a great business opportunity for us. Every time we've had a question, we've had that question answered within 24 hours, usually within 2 to 12 hours at least. So he's very thorough about getting back, and his knowledge base is tremendous. He's sharing every bit of knowledge that he has. He gives us the forms that we need, helps us redesign those as we need to. So if you're on the fence, sign up.